Alright guys, so today I want to talk to you guys about the Pixel 3. Now this isn't like a full-on review because there's plenty of them out there and I'm sure they're all on your feed and all over your home screen. At least they were for me. Now that's simply because I like to review and research stuff as much as possible before buying it, just like you guys. So I felt the need to make this video because I want to point out a reason to why I almost like this close returned my Pixel 3 back to Google. But first, let's go ahead and look at some of the things that come inside the box. So it comes with USB-C headphones. They're actually including earbuds in the box that you're able to use with your phone. Now other companies are not including it. In fact, they're just telling you just go out and buy headphones that'll work. That's your problem, it's not ours. And on top of that, they're also including a dongle that you can use your normal headphones, your normal 3.5mm wired headphones. That way, if you're not ready to move into Bluetooth or don't have the money to do so, you can use headphones you already have. Now, it also comes with an adapter where you can use full-size USB plugged into the phone. That's good for being able to use flash drives, and it also allows you to transfer, if you already have a Pixel phone, your information into the new Pixel, which I was able to do because I came from a Pixel 2 XL to the new Pixel. The charging cable on this is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and it comes with the charging block that you're able to use this. It does have fast charging. This phone charges extremely fast. Speaking of battery life, I can get all day with no issues. I would say that I'd like the battery to be a little bigger where it would last a little longer, but if the phone lasts you all day, obviously charging it at night is not a problem. So what is the problem? What's the reason that I almost took this phone back? Well, as you can see, it's kind of small and it's going the new form factor that's more skinny and taller. Which is not a problem, but on a smaller phone, especially a smaller phone that now has a smooth like glass-like surface on the back, it makes it very slippery and it makes it feel very small, which also makes it feel really, really fragile. I worried about dropping it, I worried about scratching it, I worried about the glass, and it just didn't feel right because it's so tiny. Now, a lot of you people, it may not be a big issue at all, and smaller phones are more your thing. And I don't have to have big phones, and I don't have to have the big screen. That's why I went with the Pixel 3 instead of the XL this year. After a day or so, I was like, this isn't gonna work. I don't feel comfortable holding this phone. And then when you're typing, it just felt like your hand was overlapping because it's really small. Like I could reach across, no issue. And I was like, this isn't gonna work. I need to move up to the XL. And that was simply fixed just by buying a case. Now, not the Google Pixel case, not the ones that have the fabric on the top that Google sells, because those are really thin and they're not adding any kind of bulk, or they're not really adding any protection other than scratching on the back. Now, speaking of scratching on the back, people have pointed out, you know, these are really prone to scratches. That is completely false. In fact, Erica Griffin has made a video showing all these scratches that show up on the back. You can simply just wash off and wipe off, and it wipes off really easily, almost to the fact that where this on the back looks like it can be a chalkboard that you can write on and then just wipe off. So anyways, once I got the spec case, which is the exact same case that I had on my Pixel 2 XL, the grip became a lot better. These grooves make a huge difference, and it definitely doesn't feel as fragile or slippery. Now pair that with the fact that Google's operating system on here, and people are going to say, well, the new Pixel only has 4 gigs of RAM and not 6 gigs of RAM, or it doesn't have 8 gigs of RAM. The operating system that's on here and the way everything moves, it's extremely fluid, it's not buggy, it handles everything with ease. You can have a ton of things open, ton of things running, nothing slowed this down, nothing bogged it down. In fact, I even did a live stream, a long live stream on this phone, and it handled it with no issues. The other thing is people are saying, well, they only come in 64 gig or 128 gig. That is true. It would be nice to have more storage into the phone, but Google squashes that completely by giving Google Pixel owners complete as many, just unlimited storage to Google Photos, and that's your high-res photos and videos. So you can take as many photos, take as many videos as you want, and it just stores it all on there, and it doesn't have to store it onto your phone, which leaves you with plenty of space. The 64 gig version is $7.99, and the 128 gig version is $8.99, and it's available in 3 different colors. It's white, black, and not pink. Speakers on here, huge improvement over the 2XL. The camera, they made another, just when the Pixel 2 XL was already, in my opinion, the best camera out in the smartphone market. And they were able to even improve upon that, and also improve upon it with only having one lens on the back and not having to have 4, having to have 5. As far as portrait mode, it's able to do all of this stuff within the software. And then now you're able to, even after you take the photo, if something blurred that you didn't want it to, or you wanted to focus on something else instead of what it actually focused on, you can go in and basically just touch what you want it to focus on. And then you can take the slider and adjust how much a blur you want the background to have or the foreground to have. You have a lot of control over getting the exact photo that you want. And also, speaking of that, this year they have the ability to, when you take a photo, it kind of takes a range of photos. So if the shot that you took, somebody's eyes are closed or their mouth is open or anything gets in the way, you can move the slider to find it exactly when the position was that you were wanting to take the picture. So you can pick the best shot and save that one. So you're not losing or missing out on a photo that you just didn't get right at the right second. Like in my case, if you have a bigger family, you're trying to take a selfie portrait shot or just selfie shot, now it has a wide angle lens on the front, so you're able to get a lot more people and a lot more things into your shot when you're taking a selfie, and it's not just, your face, it's everything else around you. So that is a huge, huge plus. Now, camera quality alone, they even improved upon that. Just the little while that I've had it and the shots that I was able to get with it, this thing is super impressive, completely blows me away, and I will say right now, is now the best camera in the smartphone market. I mean, the iPhone XS is taking impressive photos, and then you got, Huawei's P20. There's tons of new phones. They're realizing the camera is the strongest thing that people look for, and the Pixel is in the lead as far, in my opinion, and they improved upon a camera that was just already incredible. So even though this isn't a full-on review, I wanted to say the thing, like if you're in the market looking for a phone, you may just, if you're looking at this phone, you may want to get the XL just to have more of a grip, or know that if you get this one, you're probably going to have to buy a case. I normally don't always like to keep a case on a phone, but because of the size of this, because of the material, I'm going to have to keep a case on this at all times. So anyway, guys, that is my video on the Pixel 3. Absolutely love this phone. I'm not one to go out and buy the newest phone. It's usually not the biggest deal, but having the camera that this has on it for pictures, video is so-so. Having this tool in my pocket to be able to use for thumbnails, using for thumbnails for videos, using for just photos anywhere. You can't always have your DSLR on you, and this is a lot more convenient. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.